Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Britt, creator of the StyleShaker, your guide to cleaner, greener beauty, skincare, and more. I try products out for you and share my honest reviews so you know more about what to buy and, more importantly, what not to buy. And today I'm back with an update review for the RMS Un Coverup Foundation. First time I reviewed this, it didn't get the greatest score. So yeah, has anything changed? I can tell you yes, something has definitely changed. If you want to learn more about this and hear my update, then stick around and let's get into it. Okay. This is $52. This is the foundation complement to the Un Coverup concealer, which still happens to be my favorite since the very beginning. I love that concealer. It's great for spot treatment. I've talked about it ad nauseum on the channel. It's been in the Britt's Picks guide for ever since I started. And I wanted to use this. I just needed to figure out how. And I have figured it out. But I digress. So I'm gonna run through the StyleShaker scorecard. It's condensed, it's 5 questions, the basis of every review over here. And it starts with ingredients. So how do the ingredients look? I do a quick ingredients scan here, not a cosmetic chemist. Really, there are no red flags in this formula that I see. What works for me might not work for you, so please be sure to check these things out for yourself. That said, if your skin does not play well with coconut oil, walk away. RMS usually has coconut oil in their complexion products, so just keep that in mind. But other than that, nothing big to report. Next up, coverage. So this is supposed to offer a medium to full coverage. I think it gives a very strong medium coverage. It is a thicker, denser product that you can see. They give you a little scoop, which is nice, so you don't have to dunk your fingers in there every time and contaminate the product. It is thicker, denser, creamier, richer. When I apply it, I've used my fingers, but really what works best for me is a little bit, goes a long way over moisturized skin. And then I always lean on this kabuki brush. I love this kabuki brush. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's the Sigma Kabuki, angled kabuki in F84. That's the coverage. Did it hit the mark with medium coverage? Yeah, I think it does. It says it goes to full and you can build it, and I think on certain skin types, it will build a little bit better than others. I have combination skin. Sometimes it's dry, sometimes it's oily. It's more on the dry side lately. So again, this could work very differently for you depending on your skin type. But coverage, I think it did a good job. Overall, I gave it a 4 out of 5 on the scorecard. Now the finish is where it kind of fell short for me initially. When I just put on a moisturizer underneath, then I applied this on top and I buffed it out with the kabuki brush. No matter what I did, if I used a sponge, whatever I used, if I like sat here and just sort of hung out and watched the grass grow and just pressed it into my skin, which like who has the time? I tried it and that didn't work. What ended up happening was the product was sitting on top of my skin and it was creating what looked like texture when there wasn't any texture. A little bit of gathering. Skin didn't necessarily look like skin up close. From far away, you really wouldn't know it. But if I was sitting next to somebody outside and they were looking at my skin, they would see some kind of texture, and really my skin didn't have any there. So that was a bummer. It was just latching on to pores, really anything on the surface of my skin. It did provide a dewy look because it is richer and denser and thicker, and there's like coconut oil and jojoba. There's a lot of nourishing oils packed into this product, but it just sat on top, and so the finish was really not that great. I gave it a 3 out of 5. I could have done 2, but really it wasn't 2. It was more of a 3 for my skin type. Okay, next I would normally talk about the wear test, but I have to tell you quite something. There is a whole revelation that happened here. As I was looking at all these products and I pulled this up and I'm like, wow, 52 bucks, so much in here, a little bit goes a long way. What am I gonna do with this? Am I just gonna donate it to my mom? My mom has way too many of my donations already. I took the Maya Chia highlight of the day. I might as well work for Maya Chia at this point. I don't happen to love this stuff. It gets a little clumpy, it's not perfect, but you could take any oil that you have, like a very light facial oil, not heavy, light, maybe a jojoba, I don't know. And this has a little bit of sheen to it, not glitter, just sheen. It's a highlighting kind of serum oil. I put that in my palm, and then I just put a tiny amount of this foundation in the palm, and I made my own foundation, which I know you guys do this already, I get it, but some of us don't even think to do it, and those are the people I'm talking to because I'm one of them. I did not think to do this. So I combine it in my palm. It definitely shears it out, adds a little bit more luminosity. And at first I thought this is too much oil. But when I put it on, this magical thing happened. I got evening out. I got light reflecting pigments, so that helped evening out. And then it didn't sit on top of the skin. It just covered really well. And my skin looked like skin, no matter where I was, natural sunlight or not. So I'm gonna keep the finish rating, but I need you to know, if you did get it and you were really bummed and it was kind of gathering around and sitting on your dry skin, just combine it with an oil. It was great. And again, I use the Kabuki for that. It's like I always use this thing, I wash it once a week. Now onto the wear test. When I didn't do that magical combination, which was really not rocket science, but when I didn't do that, the wear test alone with this foundation on top of prepped skin really looked not so good by the end of the day. It was feathering, it was gathering, it really wasn't happy. Yeah, if you have oily skin, you might have a very different read on this, and if you do, please share in the comments below to give us other references, which I love to have. The wear test without this fabulous little combination didn't work so well. With the combination with the oil, it looks so good, so good. I really was expecting it to just drip down my face. It did not. I can set it lightly, and actually I think I did one of those days. I took a very sheer translucent powder. Very sheer, guys. I'm not talking about a foundation powder here. I don't like shine here. I will take that and I'll just apply it in the T-zone essentially. Combination skin, T-zone oily, dry over here, and it wore really nicely throughout the day. The last question is about shade range, which I probably should move up in the scorecard now that I think about it. 16 shades, they run the gamut. I felt like this was a good, solid, full spectrum shade range. It got a 4 out of 5 for shade range. Total score for the update review here is a 13 out of 20. The previous scorecard had 7 questions, FYI, so if you look at that and you're like, you didn't talk about the other questions, I really am looking more towards products that are more sustainable and eco-friendly. This has a glass container, which I like, but a plastic lid. They used to have aluminum lids, I believe. Wish they would go back to that because that's infinitely recyclable. And that is my quick update for the RMS Un Coverup Foundation. Let me know what you think. Have you tried this? Have you given it a shot in the past and you hated it, or you gave it a shot in the past? Well, hate is a strong word. You didn't like it and you gave it a shot and you're like, this is my holy grail foundation. Here's what I do. Here's how I apply it. Absolutely share in the comments below. We love hearing from you. It's really helpful to have everybody else's perspective on here, so thank you in advance for sharing. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and I'm off to review some more stuff. I'll see you guys right back here real soon. Until then, bye.